back.
And we're back. We're almost done. I'm making the last mark. I've been all the way around this circle. Last 2 marks. One.
It takes a couple of. It takes like. Does it take maybe like a minute to, if that?
Okay, same thing. Lay your ruler here. Come up, and you just pick what you want your angles to be on these outer squares. And that's what I'm picking. I mean, I could have chose this. Okay. Or you can also go like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. So now you make your mark here, outer circle to here, and just keep going. All the way around it. Just moving a hash mark around. And this is how you get those outer points that look overwhelming when you look at a pattern. I know the first time I'm like, okay. Every quilt pattern you gotta just break it down to the simplest of elements. And since I'm a quilter first, Barn Quilt painter secondly, it became second nature because that's how you do with fabric. You just build from one piece to the next. You just gotta figure out if it's a 9 patch, 10 patch, 8 patch. You'll hear us talk about grids. That's the same thing as your patch if you're going to do a quilt. You may have a 12 patch quilt, or a 12 patch, or a 12 grid pattern as far as a barn quilt. And as you can see here, I made it back around to my first one. And you just keep going. And like the inner points, your pattern, see? Will complete itself.
Right there starts the line. She has to do all these. Right where she is right now. Now, as you can see on the other side, it's kind of like in the little triangle patterns. And the edges, right there, focus, right there. They're a little smaller than what she's doing right now, but...
And the one thing about this, the little points won't be totally uniform. When you get it painted, you won't even be able to tell. Don't ask me what it is. They may be, if I had took out a measuring tape measure, they may be perfectly even. It could just be an optical illusion. But sometimes I'm like, well, that one's off 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch. I'm like, what point do you quit caring about the little details? You can drive yourself crazy. See, you can see I'm about finishing up going around here.
She got these left, right. Here she already did these. Just making little triangles. So she's right here. These are nowhere near her, but somehow without going around here, she could make it. And that's because the lazy Susan. If you don't have a lazy Susan, it's gonna be real hard.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody does without lazy Susan. Especially when you do as many as I do. Or rubber matting on the floor, or a nice workbench.
What she got? So
my lazy Susans are not fastened down to my workbench, so I can move them around and adjust sizes as I need them, whether I'm doing a 2-foot, 18-inch, 4-footer, or up to an 8-foot sections.
This is what it looks like right now with prime and everything on. This is what it first looks like. With the
see, I've got
nails and stuff.
one more mark. There you go. There's your compass blossom. Now sometimes I come in and put more points in here, which is basically coming in between here. As you can see right here, Sophie, if you can zoom in, this one's a little bit wider than this point, but you can come in here and come to this point, mark off, and this will make you another little triangle if you want to come back in and even put further triangles in. If you want to go further out, you just keep layering. So, and that's your compass blossom. If you have any questions, feel free to personal message me on Facebook or email me through my website, which is Sophie. BarnQuiltHeadquarters.com.
Really simple.
Oh, I was going to show you how to take the circles off.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to see the comparisons? This is your smaller one. This is what it looks like before without the crown or anything. This is what it looks like.
Okay. You take your piece of tape and zoom in, Sophie. Okay. Let's say we're doing this outside line. You're going to take your piece of tape, which is somewhat transparent, and you're going to lay a short piece like this, and you just keep going around it. Okay? Can you zoom in, Sophie, really close here? Because I'm showing how to trim it. Alright, then you're going to take this razor knife right here. Alright? And you're going to just tape, oops, get your tape down good. It's so humid in here tonight. You can see through it, and you just move your Lazy Susan around. Okay? Till you go completely around your circle. Then you're going to come back and peel this part off. And that's going to give you your perfect circle. You're going to do the same thing, here and here. And that way you can paint. Alright? That's how I do it. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks.
Bye.